Hey, listen, shout out to True Media. You know what I mean? If it ain't true, I don't know what you can do. Listen, I didn't pulled up. And I'm here, baby. I'm just here. Let me just I'm gonna take the thing off because I want to make sure they see that it was Trill Bill, it wasn't Dollar Bill.
Okay. All right, so Bill, I got some questions for you.
Come on, King.
All right, let me ask you this here. We did see the press conference yesterday with Dev Dollars, Ryan Garcia, saw the banter between you and the dad and stuff like that. The question I have is this here. Ryan Garcia said that we've been hearing you and Floyd going back and forth on where you going at.
Before we do that, we got to shout out the Shea Butter team, the Shea Butter family. Jergens, Shea Buttercream. They're doing a wonderful job, and we call them the Shea Butter team, the Garcia family.
All right. So let me ask you this here: how did this footage get released? This edited clip. Who released it?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're interested in the kid Ricky?
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Yeah, I got some good questions here, boy. Y'all gonna love these questions. Y'all gonna love these questions here, boy. I got questions that the people want to know. People want answers to. Well, shout out to Tila. What'd you say, Tila? You say he is so unprofessional. Hey, man. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Kurt. What's going on, fam? Go junkie. He say Bill ain't coming back. No. We'll see. Shout out to Fat Joe. Shout out to Doghouse. Hey, what did he say? He said he stole your Shea Butter. Sue him, coach. Oh, let's see what I might want to answer a call. Ain't no telling when he coming back. Ain't no telling when he coming back. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, you got to call back, man. Bill, what's going on? Bill, you back?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, listen, how did Ryan Garcia get that sparring footage?
Well, he said that Floyd gave it to him, right?
Right. Well, I heard him say Floyd showed me the footage. I didn't hear him say that Floyd gave it to him.
As much clarity to the situation because, you know what I mean, no longer or is someone, throwing the rocks and hiding their hands. You know what I mean? So we wanted to make sure that we knew what it was. So
yeah, that's Floyd. That's definitely Floyd. Absolutely.
Yeah. I asked Ryan on the stage. I said, "Well, did you see the part where we got paid, where Tank stopped?" He said, "No, I didn't see that." And then the next minute, I said, "Okay, well, you didn't see that part." And then the next minute, they show a tape, and it doesn't show that part. It just shows what he said. So shout out to him. I mean, because at least he wasn't lying.
Okay. Bill, a lot of people are concerned about not Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia's. He looked kind of lethargic, sweating, looked like he was on something. Some say that he was probably acting. He said he was trolling, and if he was acting, he deserves an Oscar because he's doing a great job. Do you think that you personally, you and Devin Haney, you and your son, do you think that Ryan Garcia is on something?
Yeah, I think that he's probably, really.
Let me clarify. When I say on something, meaning like drugs, some kind of substance.
No drugs. No, I don't believe he's on drugs at all. I believe that he's surviving Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, surviving Floyd Mayweather. Okay, a lot of people think that, hey, this guy doesn't look right. He may pull out of the fight. Have you heard anything about there would be a backup plan with Barbosa
yes,
if Devin Haney if Ryan Garcia pulls out of the fight? Bill, are you there?
Yeah. Yes. 1 second.
All right, Bill is okay. Let me see. We look like we got a cash out. Let me read the cash out. I got questions, guys. I'm trying to answer questions, guys. But let me see. Let me read the cash out. Shout out to Kermit.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half a dub on your boy. Shout out to Kermit. What you say, fam? Kermit says, where's the Ryan Dale sparring video? Okay. I think that.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, when you go to a guy, I mean, especially being in the sport, and you think that you're
Did you
gonna
did you hear the question that I asked? Are you
what you
answering the
ask?
question?
Okay.
I asked do you think that Ryan Garcia is on something? You said no. I mean, to clarify, I mean drugs. You said no, and I said so. A lot of people feel that Ryan Garcia is going to pull out of the fight. If so, do you know anything about Barbosa being Plan B or the backup, just in case Ryan pulls out of the fight?
Well,
Is something suspected?
I didn't know that. You know what I mean? One thing that I knew is when I got up on the stage, I was sitting next to Dev, and I'm looking over there at Ryan and Oscar, and everything on the left, dummy, you know what I mean, was silk sheets and money. And on the right of me was a hungry and determined young man, focused young man that got up soon as he looked at me. And, you know, I had that energy. I'm like, I didn't know what he was, why is he there? You know what I mean? And because I looked over on the side and I don't see nobody but him over here on this side, you know? And sure enough, he walked up and said what he said, that if somebody pulled out, and then he sat back in the seat. And what he had said was that while we're doing what we're doing to promote the fight, he's been grinding. While, you know what I mean? While we're doing something that a hungry and determined fighter is sitting there and saying he wants. So I think that would put or should put some pressure on Ryan Garcia, you know, and Devin Haney to know that it's somebody on that stage that's ready to take that slot. And he doesn't care which way. He didn't care which way it went.
Bill, we've heard in the past that Floyd Mayweather had several sparring sessions. You know, not just Devin and Tank, but just other fighters as well in the past. You know, why do you feel that Floyd Mayweather released an edited version of this sparring footage?
I think it's now become where he's trying to do his best to protect his brand and stay relevant in an era that is no longer his. You know, and that's just the way it goes. You know, it came
It,
around. He was the young guy. He was the young lion at one time. You know what I mean? He didn't tore down the money. He didn't did what he's supposed to do. He's no longer fighting. So, you know, and guess what? Let me just say this. Hey, listen, groupie ass. Listen, hey, you groupie ass fans for and distractors for whoever you might be imposing as, that say that you'd prefer to hear it from no other than Floyd Mayweather. That's not a trainer, a coach, or nothing with the fighters. You want to hear it from Bob Arum. You want to hear it from Eddie Hearn. You don't want to hear it from the person that's in the trenches with the fighter that's so enthusiastic and so entrenched with the work that you're full of life, and you want to come on and say it on a platform like True Media. Do you not want that? Do you want the information from someone maybe that doesn't even go to the gym? Maybe someone that doesn't know the fighters' habits and their lifestyle. You know what I mean, that they're doing. So when you see me, you see Dave just came out the gym. You see me, you see a fighter. You know, you see a guy that's a trainer and a coach, but also you see a father that's happy about what he's doing. So
right.
sometimes when you see a promoter, I mean, and the fighter is like, damn, well, he didn't say that I was ready. He didn't say because he might have a different agenda. So I think that Mayweather is suffering from what he said before that he went through. You know, now he's becoming. He was part of the oppression. Now he's becoming the oppressor.
The oppressor. I got you. Is there a financial penalty if Ryan Garcia pulls out of this fight?
It's definitely a financial penalty in terms of um, the seat that this seat that matters. You know what I mean? The seat that matters with a network like DAZN, um, who's still in business right now and promoting the fight when a lot of the same people that's been laughing at me, right, and be talking, know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Um, Now DAZN being a major outlet in the business, right? Being one of the ones that's still standing and putting on some shows and shit, right? And if I'd listened to them, then we probably wouldn't be where we are, and we'd be in the position that where some of them are of uncertainty. So, I like to just say that it's the time now to crown Dev and not Downey.
I understand. So, is there drug testing for this fight, Bill? Is there drug testing for this fight? VADA testing? All right, Bill just fell off. We gotta wait for him to get back on, man. We gotta wait for him to get back on. All right, Bill Haney's popped back on. So let's see. Hey, Bill, do you want me to call you? It'd be better for me to call you, right? Let me just call you.
Why? You think it'll be better? No, I'll talk on here.
Okay, cool. All right, Bill. Bill. Okay, so you said is there VADA testing for this fight?
Yes.
Okay, there's VADA testing. All right, cool. How long ago did this sparring match happen that they released on that was leaked by Floyd Mayweather?
Devin was 16, and he's going on 26 now, so a decade ago.
A decade ago. And how old was St. Davis?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever he is, more than what Devin is.
I think Tank is 29 years old. He'll be 30 in November.
Okay,
and that's 4 years then.
4 years. Yep.
4 years. Okay. Cool. They didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bill.
No, I mean, you got a chance to see that part, and the thing that I told everyone before, I said, wow, everybody is talking about these numbers and all this other shit. I always said that Devin is great for anybody as a dance partner, and the people know what they created fake narratives and talked about what they could do and what they done. And Adrian Broner said that Devin's eyes was in the back of his head and he was slumped over and he was, and them was lies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In fact, if you put it on there, both me and you know that there's so many transitions and cuts in that motherfucker within 1 minute and 40 to keep it 100% gully. If you take 1 minute and 40 and you do more than 2 to 3 cuts, you creating now just a highlight of the situation instead of actually.
That's exactly what it was.
Huh? Yeah.
No, that's exactly what it was. Like a highlight reel of Tank. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
It was a highlight reel, and that's respected if you're gonna shoot the highlight reel. You know what I mean? But if you're going to say that you're the face of boxing and you shooting out highlight reels instead of shooting out contracts, then it's something wrong there. You know what I mean? And we said that you playing. You know, old boy, you playing with the game and you playing with a lot of big money, a lot of people's time and respect by playing these games, these keep away games. And you think that it's cool. He think he can get away with it, right? But you got platforms like this, right? Like True Media and other platforms. And I always told y'all, I said, all right, well, y'all think that it's that I'm crazy. But when we get to the position where they won't be able to deny us.
What what you think provoked this of Floyd leaking this footage? Is it the banter that you and him are having going back and forth online? You're saying that, hey man, Floyd, Dev retired Floyd. Like what provoked this? What made Floyd say I'm gonna drop this footage?
It doesn't, because Dev sparred Floyd. I mean, Tank at 16, he sparred him at 14 too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's even more legendary that Dev and I drove from California in a Sprinter van to Upton Gym, right? They say it's like that, right? Well, my kid was up there at 14 in there with another guy that y'all said is like that. I mean, so I said, okay, this was before y'all knew who he was and did all that. So we been in there, and then at 16 we done been in there. I don't say what he isn't. I just said that he turned a bunch of real thoroughbred fans into, I mean, somebody else got to call them that because I don't want to be, but the narratives and the shit that they saying for you to be a dance partner is crazy. You know what I mean?
When you say narratives, what they be saying? Who was the they are you referring to?
I'm referring to Leonard Ellaby, and the distractions that go along with him. I know Floyd. He's pulling the strings behind the scenes, and I've been knew it, right? But you take a Ryan Garcia to come out and to bring it out, So I said, well, man, don't stay back there. You know what I mean? Don't hang back there. Come on from back there. So he threw a rock with the sparring footage. He didn't care nothing about that, man. That shit don't mean nothing. Come from behind that curtain, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on out.
Would you tell Devin Haney when this fight happens? Would you tell Devin Haney to go for the knockout in this fight? Like Dev seemed like he was kind of upset, yesterday. Would you tell him to go for the knockout?
I would say Floyd, if you were going to exhibition or spar anybody, put out the tapes of him and Dev, or get in the ring with Devin after this, or knock it off, man. Go kick back, man, and your expensive outfits and have a great time. You know what I mean? But it's the Devin Haney era right now. And as far as a knockout goes, if it comes, it comes. But one thing that I will say is, do you want to see a fight? I mean, now you see, okay, because this is the one thing, Coach, you'll see is that before this, they said that if we get hit with anything, we don't deserve the Tank fight because it would be a massacre. That if Tank hit you one time, so now you see that Devin got a chin because they put up the highlight tape. So after the highlight tape, you see y'all highlight tape. They highlight tape. Devin is sitting on the edge of the apron, being crowned the next Floyd Mayweather by his dad himself, and Floyd sitting there, and Floyd saying what the rules were in the doghouse. Now, I'm just saying this. Now, this is another thing is super tough guys and everybody in the chat and all that. Well, why would you have a doghouse and doghouse rules if the rules don't apply? Why do every time Devin is involved in, they move the goalpost? It was go till you stop. So you never hear me saying nothing. The only time you're going to hear what AB said happened is when he got in the ring, I got in the ring, and I told him, get your ass out the ring. What are you doing? This here is go till you go. This is not get some points and do all this shit. This is gonna be a long way going. Don't get hit with nothing big up in this motherfucker, Dev. I don't care nothing about that. All that's not nothing. Don't get hit with nothing big. Oh boy, be gassing out. And once he did all that shit that he did, and everybody ooh and on, it's over with.
All right, so
I've never said that he's not a good fighter. I've never advised anybody else to do what Devin did at 16 years old with him. I don't advise people to do that. You know what I mean? But I'm saying there's something special about Dev, and I'll say, let him work. Come on, man, let him relax. Wait. One last thing. Pull it up, and let's take a look at it, and let's take it frame by frame and count the shots within this Tank's highlight film.
Yeah, we'll do that. But what I want to get these few questions out of the way before we do it. It seemed like that the press conference got personal.
It's very much personal.
Yeah. So what is it that Ryan Garcia's father is upset with you about, and what is it that made Devin Haney upset about about what you guys said? He was
looking at my files for something, and I looked in his files and I found out that he was a proud member of the Shae toupee team.
So you was talking about his hair, his toupee.
Yes. Did you know it? It looks amazing.
Okay, so what did Devin Haney get upset about from Ryan Garcia's dad?
Well, I made a reference to his hair, right? And he, because he be clean, he be talking, yeah, Bill, sit down, Bill. Yeah, you look like Don King, right? Mm-hmm. You're not the Don King. So I did a little bit of check because you was talking about Don King because of my hair. But, I mean, I be talking fast for the guys that's moving slow. You know what I'm saying? It just take them a minute to catch up. Reference to me is Don King, right, in your hair. You're the new Don King. And all. Shut up. That was at the first person. So I was like, this nigga's talking about my hair because I look like Don. Talking about Don King with the hair. So
yeah, he said. So he said you was a nappy-headed coach.
So that's what I said. He said that I was a nappy-headed. Yeah, I was a nappy-headed nigga, right? And I said,
he said nigga. He said you was a nappy-headed nigga.
Man, that's what he mainly had said. You know he was saying that, Coach. Come on, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he wasn't, you know, he didn't say it, but I'm saying this. I got thick skin. No, he was out of pocket.
Oh,
And my
that's how
son
you took
nappy.
it. I
That's
got
how
you.
I took it.
I
That's how
got
I
you.
took it.
Yeah.
So I said in front of everybody, and this is what made his wife mad, right? Is that I said that I found out that he was a member of the Shae 2 pay team. Now, there's a couple other members part of that team too that they don't want to talk about. Why they talking about my hair sticking up and it just looked like this because God made it look like this. I don't do nothing to it. I don't have no perm. I don't have no none of that. So I don't know what the man want me to do with my hair, man.
Mm.
I know
All right, so
his hair ain't real. Now, so which one is his hair ain't real and my hair is nappy? What does his hair look like? It don't even grow.
Bill, I'm listening to this press conference, and it seemed like you guys, I don't both sides maybe your side or their side, maybe it seemed like you can take a racial angle in this. I get it, I understand about each other's hair, but it also seems as though Ryan Garcia is a staunch Christian, so he say you and Devin Haney are staunch Muslims, so he say. Fans are saying that neither one of you guys are showing the conduct of a Muslim nor a Christian. What say you about that?
I said they're Tank fans.
You say they take fans, that's why they feel that way?
Yes, that's why they saying that.
You don't think they have any validity to the conducts of the Haneys and as well as the Garcias?
Well, they don't worship Prophet Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him. They worship Tank. They're Tank fans, and they're distracted because this doesn't have anything with Jesus Christ. Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Prophet Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him, and it has nothing to do with Ryan saying that he's looking and calling for Jesus Christ and that's his savior and all that. Man, it has anything to do with that. I'm a Muslim, and I believe that in heaven there will be they won't just only be Muslims. There will be others that are non-Muslims that are you know what I mean, 100% believers in God.
So why does Tank name seems to always come up at these press conferences? Some way, somehow, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney has a fight coming up to fight each other April 20th, but it's like,
I don't know. Listen, if you got the Super Bowl going on, next year, I mean, they're going to be talking about the Chiefs. I mean, they was the former champion, so, that's probably why they're talking about it. You know what I mean? Because he used to be. He not now, but he used to be.
So, do you think that you can use this angle? Because I sat back and I thought about it. And I'm like, man, you know what, man? They could pretty much use this. Whatever. Floyd Mayweather released his footage, so we know that. Well, I believe he released his footage in order to embarrass Devin Haney. But it seems as though it's backfiring.
No, he released the footage to help Ryan Garcia, not to embarrass us, to help him. That's what he's trying to do. It's been, no, I told you, it's all been, the whole thing has been trying to help Ryan. You know what I mean?
Promote the fight?
Huh?
You say he's trying to help Ryan to promote this fight?
He's trying to help Ryan to win the fight.
Okay, well, if he's trying to help him to win the fight, why release the footage in public? That doesn't make sense.
Because then that gives Ryan the confidence that he needs. Right? He gave Ryan the footage to do whatever he wanted to do with it. He could have gotten it and said, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to sit on it. But he also got a chance to look at it and say, okay, is this something that I can do? Is this something, you know what I mean? What is Devin's flaws? And once you looked at it, of course, once you give it to a man, you can't tell a man what to do with something that then becomes his. Once he gave it to him, it was his to do whatever he wanted to do with it.
Right, but why did Floyd give it to him? He hasn't done that before in the past.
Well, he's doing that because he wants to help Ryan Garcia and Team Garcia. I know it's hard to believe.
No. Hear me out. Hear me out. No, what I'm saying is, it seemed like he's trying to embarrass y'all. Like,
that's embarrassing. That's not embarrassing because it's really embarrassing to you that if you can't not convince the people that they want to see the fight by showing the sparring footage. I mean, clearly, the people that follow us and that represent us are a lot more intelligent than that. And
Right.
I'm hoping that the people that doesn't lose the taste or the thirst to see the fight. I think it and does the opposite in making people want to see, well, if you did that to him then we want to see it done in 2024.
I agree with that. It
You know,
does create a level of intrigue, assuming that you guys get by Ryan Garcia, because I know you're not looking past him. Assuming you get by Ryan Garcia, do you plan on still trying to make that Tank fight, even though they're saying no, Devin is too big? Or what would be your plans after that? Or have you thought about it?
um, our first thing right now is Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean?
Right.
Handling this business with him, and then of course what he should be saying, right? Because he hasn't announced the fight with who is he fighting?
He's fighting Frank Martin.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's what it's rumored that he's supposed to be fighting Frank
Okay.
Martin in June.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a rumor, right? But the thing that kills me is that they say the people ask him what's happening with Dev, and they say 3 fights or some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the coach said 3 fights when actually being 100% up 100, you should say this is a great fight for Ryan to get back, in contention and back for a fight. This should cement Devin's victory as for the people wanting to see the fight. You know what I mean? I just think that it should be more of that kind of talk than the other shit, the other narratives that's being created.
So again, you get by Ryan Garcia. I'm seeing an article that Oscar De La Hoya put out there. Said you guys are making a boatload of money. Said Ryan making like $30 million or whatever for this fight. What do you foresee the projected? Do you guys have a projection on how many pay-per-views that you think you'll sell? Are you looking at 500,000, 600,000? What would be a success from a number standpoint for the promotional companies involved and stuff like that, as well as the fighters?
I don't know. I mean, it's alhamdulillah for one, but I don't know. What does it feel like? You can never tell, inshallah, what the numbers are going to be. But what does it feel like? Does it feel like that we got half the buzz than that? Then that's 600,000. You said 500,000 to 600,000. So let's use that. Mm-hmm. Does this fight feel like it has half the buzz? Because they did what 1.2, mm-hmm. So that would mean that you would do 600,000.
Yeah, I you know what? After yesterday, that footage dropped of the sparring, the edited version of the sparring. Like, bro, Bill, you guys can milk the cow on this, man. Like, I think this right here is really going to take it more than that. You might do a meal. I don't know. Especially if you guys go to.
What does it feel like? Does it
feel like
anticipation for the fight? Is it big as anticipation for Ryan and Tank?
I feel like it could be. I feel like it could probably be a meal, especially now. If you guys go to Twitch route, get with Kai Cenat, get with the influencers in gaming, get with those guys. I told you the same thing that Tank and Ryan did in their fight. You and Ryan need to do the exact same goddamn thing. That's my suggestion, because there's a blueprint for success already when he fought a big name in Tank Davis. Did you get what I'm saying? You can still follow that and see how it goes, and you can milk this sparring situation to whatever, because everybody's talking about it. $1 Million Mortal Game podcast probably maybe want to talk about it or whatever. Like, you can really, really create some serious buzz. Get with those gaming influencers as well. That's what I see. It could.
It's definitely an opportunity for a great fight between 2 super talented young men. You know what I mean, with a whole lot of history. So, those that we can do, God willing, you know what I mean, in places that we can go to introduce and encourage people to, support the event, it's all the merrier. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what and where, but I know, like he did YG, the 400 podcast yesterday. He did Sports Center yesterday. So, every day, you know what I mean, is a different day, to get out.
Do you feel that do you have like a me against the world mentality? Like, you have Ryan Garcia fans don't like you for obvious reasons, Floyd Mayweather fans, whatever, and then Tank Davis fans. Do you feel that it's a me against the world mentality with you and Dev?
Look at my screen.
Yeah, I see it.
We started that first. We was that before we was anything. We the first ones to put that up. Dad put us on his back. You know what I'm saying? The whole family, the everything. Tell me a fighter that say that. I know you didn't seen. I know you didn't seen. What was it? What's the movements versus everybody?
To my 300.
Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah, Detroit versus everybody. Yeah, yeah.
Detroit versus everybody. Well, you got a guy right there that put it on his back and said, "Come on, put me against everybody." And we've been rocking that shit. You know what I'm saying? We rocked it so hard. Detroit versus everybody called us. Listen, so they called us and asked us for a check, right? You know what I'm saying? I said, "Give you a check for versus everybody." We going against everybody, whether you say it or not. You know what I mean? So that's why we don't probably the apparel or the shirts or anything like that. But that's what I feel. It's been that movement from the very beginning, Coach.
When Ryan Garcia spoke about at the podium that he drank and smoked marijuana, Devin Haney made a point to say, "Hey, we got kids that look up to us. You know, you're setting a bad example." Do what was the issue on that? Because as soon as Devin Haney said that, it seemed like Ryan Garcia's mother said something, father said something. What was going on there? Explain that to me.
I think it's some confusion going on the way that they're going to market the fight, because Ryan is a master marketer. You know,
Right.
he's a marketing genius, but at the same time, he's a boxer, a very dangerous boxer, posing as a TikToker, posing as, you know what I mean, um, everything else, right? And I think, when you have that team and you have such a tough task of doing those things and the antics that he does, it can be a little bit of confusion. So, I think they've told, it's been like probably some advice with Ryan to do this or not do that, but ultimately they roll with him and they take the good with the bad. And on April the 20th, I expect a hungry and prepared Ryan based on his ability to choose good people around him. He has Derek James, future Hall of Fame coach, trainer of the year in his ear. He also has Bernard Hopkins. You got Floyd Mayweather, and you got Oscar De La Hoya. So, I mean, we take this shit very serious.
Is Eddie Hearn is a part of this promotion as well? Because I'm asking, is he?
Yeah, well, Eddie told him that he thinks that Devin is going to win on the stage. You know what I mean? He was trying to dap Eddie up. Eddie and Devin have, you know what I mean, a different kind of relationship than Brian and Eddie has, because of the fights and the stuff that they got a chance to do. Just like Ryan and Oscar have a different relationship than what Devin and Oscar is developing, because obviously this is our first fight working with him. So,
Do you feel that Ryan Garcia is putting on an act? He seems different, Bill. I'm just saying
oh
to me
hell
on the
yeah,
outside looking in.
man, listen, that's the act. That's an
Right.
act. Why would an actor give you him and what you think is him, right? And the biggest movie of his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's an actor. And what I said was, on April the 20th, it'll be a death to the way that you guys view him as an actor, right? Now it's a different ways, and people was going to say, "Oh, well, Bill, that sounds so cruel." I says, "Well, why couldn't it be on April 20th, the death of the way that you view Ryan Garcia as a TikToker? He now has an opportunity to face a two-division champ, former undisputed champ, so on and so forth. So if he's victorious, then he has an opportunity to kill every narrative about him. But also, if he doesn't show up, he kills anything that was good about him as far as being a boxer and having heart. You know what I mean? By not showing up, or
We,
he can show up on April 20th and take it like a man.
Bill, what say you about the criticism that some people have? And I've heard this even in my chat that Bill Haney is living his life vicariously through his son. Is there any validity to that?
Yeah, they're Tank fans.
Tank fans.
Yeah, he has a lot of them.
Yeah.
Definitely not Bill fans.
I mean, yeah, Tank does have a big fan base.
No, what I'm saying is that they're saying something while they're typing it, but they're also not typing something to say, you know what I mean? Hey guys, while I have this opportunity to type this, I would like you guys to come over and support someone that's in my family that's working really hard. You know, and if you can come by and recognize it, you know, I really appreciate it, right? So if they're really Tank fans, so they're not like real people that are going through real shit and appreciating a father and a son that's working together, or, you know, a father that's transitioned from the streets to corporate America and kicking ass. Yeah, because y'all go up in there being somebody else. But you learn that at your school you went to. Yeah, I learned you got to be yourself. You got one shot at it. So I myself. They say, yeah, okay. They say, who was that out there? Oh, Bill, let him in. Let's see what he's talking about. Because you know that me and Devin is going to stand on business, meaning if we sign it, we're gonna fulfill our part of it. You've never heard us into a disagreement contractually with anyone. A manager, a trainer, a promoter, a network. But you constantly hear these horror stories in boxing. Well, I mean, who's doing it? I mean, you know, what's going on? It wasn't a time for a breath of fresh air to come through like Devin Haney.
Bill, what have you heard about the situation that's going on with the PBC?
Well, I haven't heard anything because I haven't been looking, because I'm in a situation right now with DAZN and you know, a DAZN and Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn.
It does seem that. Do you feel that? I know when I spoke with you before, you talk about the father-son dynamic between you and Dev, and you're fighting a narrative to where it seems like that you got one group of people. It's like they're promoting the street shit, the nigga shit, and you and Dev trying to promote the positive. Am I correct in that assessment of what you told me?
They're not. No, they're not. They're not promoting the nigga shit, the street shit, because they're not really street niggas. And when you talk about you not really a street nigga and you trying to promote street niggas, I don't know what kind of nigga you are. You're an imposter nigga. You're not a nigga that's a real nigga, because you're not a real nigga by saying nothing like that. Street niggas don't look like that. You already realized you had fucked up. So it's like this traffic right here. You go in the wrong direction and saying it's gonna work, still come back, and you watching everybody. They going up and you're doing the right, mad as a motherfucker, because you got to go this way to come back that way, man. Knock it off, man.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.